Hey, just Matt. Hope you're well. Just shooting a quick video to answer Christine's question regarding sleep and fat loss. Her question was, Matt, how does sleep actually affect fat loss? Well, the nuts and bolts of it are that when we're sleeping, our hormones, human growth hormone, particularly, which is involved in growth and repair, should be at their highest level. What happens is when we don't go to bed as early as we should, the knock-on effect of that physical repair, which tends to happen in the early stages of our sleep, um, is actually reduced. So if you imagine, really in an ideal circadian cycle with sort of normal daylight hours, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., so 8 hours of actual sleep, the first part of that, 10 till 2 perhaps, if you actually don't go to bed until half 11, 12, you've almost lost half of your physical repair. Okay, so that is kind of how it affects it to start with. Obviously, then you've got the other hormones involved in the circadian cycle, which are then obviously affected. So cortisol, which is naturally going up and down with daylight, okay, will be affected. So cortisol should start to dip off as we go down. Well, if we're staying up late with lots of visual stimulation from white light, then we're in trouble in terms of getting that cortisol to go down and actually switching off. So in terms of sort of helping you implement some different changes, here are some of the things that I recommend to clients. So we sort of try to establish a consistent sleep and wake cycle. Obviously, if someone's working shift patterns, that's very difficult, but that's what we're trying to do. But not overly stressing, so if like at the weekend or something like that, where we haven't got to get up early the next day, if you happen to go up to bed a little bit later, I'm sort of helping clients most by asking them, right, can you establish a 5-day a week to start with, just as a baseline, just to get you going. Create different routines. Okay, so like a different routine rather, a routine that you do before you go to bed. So then that way you're gearing yourself for sleep, rather than kind of sort of getting yourself all crazy on a laptop, TV, iPad, iPhone, those kind of things, not just before you go to bed. So whatever it might be for you. I quite like I've got a routine: put the dog to bed, lock the door, dim the lights, and then just relax a little bit, and don't tend to watch too much TV late in the evening. So try and make it dark. Blackout blinds are really good. Don't make it too hot. That's a real nightmare for a lot of people with sleep, especially in the winter. They crank the heating up, and then all of a sudden it's a lot hotter than it has been on the previous night or whatever, and it's really difficult for them to actually sleep. Check your mattress, turn it over every now and again. Some people suffer with lower back problems, and that can be an issue in there. Other things, try not to eat too close to bed. Obviously, you need to be training regularly because that helps with hormones and endorphins, which will help you sleep. Also, that actually helps with the high intensity exercise as well, has been associated with a reduced appetite after training. So, sometimes eating by training, you eat less after training, therefore your sleep will be better. Um, as harsh as it might sound, if someone's a bit restless, kick them out in the spare bedroom with them. In terms of your phone, put it on airplane mode, put it in the corner away from you, face down, so then that way you're not getting any distractions. Did this with a client; she said it really helped her. Um, those kind of things. And actually, wearing pajamas. I was reading a study the other day that they reckon that sort of 60% of your melatonin production, which should be produced when we're asleep, is actually reduced when you're wearing tight clothing in bed. So maybe you should be going to bed, in the birthday suit. Anyway, hope that helps. That's just a few tips. I've given lots more sort of other tips on sleep before, so sure if you search my YouTube channel, you'll find those. But hopefully that helps you to get you started in terms of your sleep. Cheers.